911 Carrera. Or it could be 911 SC. I don't know. Targa. Nice little casting from Hot Wheels. This car is in metallic silver. It was produced in 1997 by Hot Wheels. And it's got, for the tempo, it's got black door handles, got red Hot Wheels logo on the rear spoiler. Does it? I don't see that. You see a rear Hot? Yeah. Okay. No. It's not on the spoiler at all, fandom. It's on the back windshield, the back window. So, Hot Wheels on the back window. The base on the car is black plastic. Windows are clear. 5-spoke wheels. Been nice if they'd put hooks on it, right, Ricky?
That's right.
The SKU on this car is 95,537, and it was made in China. Now, the made in China for this particular car is an issue, because when they made this car in China, the blister pack, it actually fades to yellow. So at some point in time, the blister pack, if you still had this car in the blister pack, it would fade so badly that you might not even be able to see inside and see the car. So keeping it in the blister pack is questionable at best. Now, what do you think? Ricky, you think that's a SC or you think that's a Carrera?
I think it's a turbo look. They had a turbo look option.
Yeah, it's a turbo. Well, there's a lot of SCs and a lot of Carreras that did not have the turbo look. So you think it's the turbo look?
Turbo look is the big Brembo wheels, the big fender flares, and the tail.
Yeah, but they put tails on a lot of cars. But you are correct. That is a turbo tail. That's not a Carrera tail. So you probably are right that that's the turbo look car right there, which is really cool. Really, really cool. What do you think about the Targa Porsches in overall? What do you think about those cars? Did you like them?
I really like the style of them. They're nice. You sit way down low so you don't get as much wind, and they just had a nice style about them.
You know, I don't know that I've ever ridden in one. Do they rattle a lot?
They don't rattle. Porsches are solid.
Pretty solid car?
Solid car.
What do you think about the silver paint on this particular casting? I don't think it's that very good. What do you think?
Well, I think on that level, it's kind of hard to make silver metallic because the metallic is so big. It gets a little sloppy. It's almost too big for the body.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think it's literally the flecks of paint are so big that they're too big for literally the body of the car. I think that's the key. So, yeah, Porsche has a long history with these cars. The Targa was in response. Was it the United States that was banning convertibles in the 70s? I think the United States banned convertibles in the 70s, or at least pretty much the public sentiment had moved away from convertibles. I think Cadillac was the last manufacturer of the convertibles in the 70s, and I think Porsche went to the Targa so that you could have the convertible experience with a roll bar. Is that correct?
Well, Porsche didn't have a convertible anymore in the new 911 body until 1983.
And that sold really well, didn't it?
Yeah, it did sell really well. I used to drive one. It was really a nice car, complete convertible cabriolet.
Now, another thing they did when they first came out with this Targa, they actually came out with the Targa in, was it the 67 or was it 68? I don't remember, but let's call it 67 Targa, okay? I could be totally wrong about that, but that particular year they came out with a soft rear window for the Targa, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. It was an option of soft rear window or a hard rear window with defroster lines in there to keep the window defrosted.
On the soft window?
No, on the hard window.
Okay, on the hard glass. Okay, yeah, well that makes sense. I was like, wow.
And back then the roll bar was actually a stainless steel finish on it. And
right.
I believe these later ones were also stainless. They just painted them black.
Right. Now this is a rear engine car, dry sump, and if it's an SC, then it's going to be a 3.0 liter, 6-cylinder. Or if it's a Carrera, I think Carreras were bumped up to 3.2, Ricky. What do you think?
Yeah, Carreras were 3.2s.
Yeah, so either engine's good. The Carreras are considered basically bulletproof. You know, pretty much almost every Porsche has got one of those in the motor or something like that. You know, IMS bearing problem or something along those lines. The SCs had issues, but the Carrera motor is pretty much considered bulletproof. It's one of those motors they got it absolutely perfectly correct. So if this is a Carrera in the turbo look, a real car would be worth a lot of money. Now, the interior of this car is going to be black. They got nice seats. They got the ribbing where they're supposed to be. Let's see, is that sports seats or is that just regular seats right there? Let's see what we got going here. Oh yeah, they got the sports seats with the side bolsters. Got a black stick shift and got a steering wheel on the car in black. So they didn't put a lot of effort into the into the interior of this particular car, but it still looks nice. What I wanted in my collection in this metallic silver, if you were just needing to complete your collection, sure, but I think there are probably better variations of this car out there, don't you think, Rick?
Yeah, I think they've improved the casting.
So I guess that's it for this car. Thanks for listening today. Come back tomorrow and we'll show you another car.